Hey guys, welcome to session 40. We are just trucking along. It's awesome. So this session will pick up where basically chaos had ensued. The Crass Menagerie had approached the olivine mills where um, they encountered a human individual in very plain garb, brown, mostly browns and like cottons and stuff of that nature. That later you discovered his name was Tommen. Uh, Calisor was able to get a little bit of an early observation and scout in as he went into his little black kitten or black kitty form. Got fed by Tommen, scouted out the area, but as is with the menagerie, their patience is only so thin. So they went up and interacted with Tommen. Got led into the mill, but were asked to stay on the first floor. Obviously disregarded it, as is the Crass Menagerie way. Where you guys were at the mill, you started looking around, doing some investigation, trying to see if anything stood out as odd. You had some detect magics going, some see invisibility, where very little actually pinged. However, Al, when he went down into the grinding bowl area for the mill, he was running his finger along the bottom of the bowl and he cut it on something very sharp. And then he looked down, he saw very small little blue crystalline structures, no larger than like your pinky nail. Actually, the largest ones were probably the size of your pinky nail, but mostly much smaller than that. Of like this blue glass crystalline structure. And observing at it closer and getting a little more, it seemed to be growing out of some etchings and some carvings that reflected the similar like structure that you had encountered with the hag scripts. The group did also notice at some point that there are little blue specks of crystal running along the shaft that worked and had the mill actually functioning, and at the very top where the gears were. Rock at one point made it extremely difficult for Yusa and Dorian to come down, causing quite a ruckus, and it is, and a distraction, as well as giving time for Davis, Marb, and the rest of the crew to take on the role of inspectors sent here on behalf of Wiggs, one of the Olivine's known clients, or at least Wiggs has mentioned that he is a client, and it was confirmed by USA that they haven't had done work for Wiggs in some time. Shenanigans would ensue, questioning, interrogations, some intimidation, but eventually it did lead to most of the individuals heading down into the grinding bowl to check out and inspect said mill. At that point, after introducing Yusa and the other two individuals to said bluish crystals, Grant had attempted to, interact with the crystal and see if he could disperse any magic that was in it, causing a violent reaction where the crystal, not only the one at the bowl, but all of them, seemingly connected somehow, began to vibrate, and then shards of it began just shooting everywhere, as if, to throw a glass plate or on the ground, and how the shards go everywhere. Everyone got impaled to some degree, some worse than others, and the similar cackling laughter of the mephits, the cauldron spirits that you had seen in the swamp hag's hut, but these were different. They were charged with wild energies, some in hues of pinks and jade and almost electric as they sparked. They almost hummed and buzzed with energy, but they still carried that same malefic, attitude with them. The group engaged and quickly learned that while dealing with this swarm of chaotic methods, that they seem to be very full of magic and unexpected occurrences and phenomena would occur. One such phenomenon did result in the early demise of Yusa and Dorian, where now we pick up with the last of the Chaos Methods seemingly vanquished. Tommen, the sole survivor of this mill, ill, poisoned, or scrambling and running out the door
Is he
as
still crawling?
he started to get up.
Oh,
He
okay.
had time to get up and started running as one of his sleeves catches on like a part of the doorway kind of corner, and it rips off one of the entire sleeves, and he's just trying to huff out of there for his life. What would y'all like to do?
So
Uh,
is there any actual like is the structure in risk of being burned down? Like, is there like flames licking up
there
anywhere?
are so there are some flames kind of catching like some dried up leaves and grasses and stuff that are just naturally kind of collected, even some like just dusts that have just been created by all the grind work. However, the actual structure where the fireball occurred was mostly in the stone section. So there are scuff marks and char marks, and there are two smoldering corpses. Uh, However, whoever wants to can give me a investigation check. Grant, you can do it at advantage because of your stonemasonry.
Just to see if the building looks okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
See,
Since I asked, I'll definitely do it.
anyone who's interested in it.
13 total.
Okay. All right. 7 for Al. Oh,
Nice.
that's 20.
With a
Nice.
+0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grant immediately realizes the windmill is collapsing. We're dead.
Grant, you're looking and you feel very like fortunate that this massive blast of fire that was actually combusted more than it possibly should have because it picked up some of that like sawdust and actual dust, right? Was in the stone section of this building because anywhere else could have just possibly just blown it all out or set this into an inferno. So luckily it was contained.
So yeah, you see me like running around trying to put out flames, and you're
Yeah. Yeah, it's like we're okay, Davis. We got lucky. The blast didn't damage the building too much. We should be okay.
okay.
We
As
need
you
to
hear that,
check on the survivors.
you do see that because the windmill never stopped cranking, you do see that the grindstones are going just a little bit like in a not so circular motion anymore. It's like so some damage, but
I'm gonna yell out the
Relatively no
whoever to
damage.
Tommen with thaumaturgy so he can hear me. Hey, it's safe now. We killed all the things. You can come back.
Probably yell from downstairs. Stop him!
yeah.
We killed all the things, including your friends.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know that. I haven't been to the basement.
Yeah, no, that
Didn't
yes.
know that either, right?
You would definitely know, Al. You were down there.
No, Tommen.
Oh, Tommen
Tommen
doesn't know that
doesn't
either.
know.
That's true, probably. And it's not really like a basement. Like it's just I imagine just like a little balcony that you can see over. Like if you look down, but you'd have to look down.
So you do notice that as Tommen is trying to run away, he's not moving very fast. He's huffing, he's puffing, he's like,
He's
and
injured, right?
He's injured, but if you recall, and I was last one, he actually was knocked unconscious twice, so he's got 2 levels of exhaustion. His speed is halved.
Oh. I imagine Marb might go get him.
Sure, you remember y'all are Jaegering a couple people today, so.
Yeah, Grant would check on the bodies, like the 2 bodies, realize they're super dead and unresable, and would go upstairs, I guess.
Okay. At this point, any benefits that y'all have had from the wild magic surges have faded. Except for like the poison condition and such, because well, that lasts for I think it was like 4 hours. I think it was 2 hours for Tommen and 4 hours for Marb.
And Davis gets to drink for
I don't know that.
22 days.
Yeah, but 22 days, yeah.
and
Uh,
beard. I think we still have a
Oh,
beard.
beard,
right?
yes.
Days, yes. The beard of like these odd feathers. It's a full beard. It's actually kind of impressive, but it's kind of a weird thing to look at on what would Callosaurus typically be like his purplish hued skin. Rock, as your voice does boom and project, Tommen still kind of stumbles, and then Marb rushes over and kind of very easily catches up to him and puts his hand on him. And Marb is also looking a little bit green. But he's like, buddy. There was some spooky. That's some spooky shit. I get it. You're scared. And you don't look so well. I don't look so well. But hey, it's not worth running. We dealt with the situation. One of our guys that's really good with this stuff said the building's not going to collapse like that other one that we saw down the way. So come on, Tommen. Come back. If somebody wants to roll me a persuasion check for Marb.
Sure, I got it open. Ooh. That's a 10.
10? Okay, I will actually roll against that and see what.
I rolled a 4, he's got a +6.
Oh yeah, Tommen rolled a natural 14 and he's just, that was this, Gareth, I'm just a mill worker. That was this, and he just starts like, not running off, but just kind of like, continuing just trying to get away from the situation.
I
What's
think
everyone
Marb would
doing?
like just grab him, like literally just pull him.
Okay, give me a,
Just to grapple.
yeah, so an
Athletics.
athletics check. This is a +2.
Oh, god damn it. +6 total, fuck.
18.
Marb is not feeling good. Actually, well, no, if he's poisoned. Oh, no, yeah, he would be at disadvantage on all these anyway, right? I was doing straight and I still suck.
Yeah, these are all disadvantage. Both for the. Oh, he rolled an 18 and a 17.
Oh, god.
So, yeah, so Tommen just brushes Marb off, and Marb's getting.
He's like, he's getting away.
Yeah, and Marb's kind of huffing and puffing too. He's the poison. So yeah, Tommen's just gonna keep.
I'll run after him and go get him if
Okay.
nothing else.
All right.
Child, look how fat he's being. You won't even look at it. He's just
Sorry.
like face.
Sorry, Punchik was literally not standing by the bowl, but laying in the bowl eating. He's exhausted. He drove almost 100 miles today with me.
Oh, wow.
We went from Kingwood to Katy to the apartment.
Nice.
Like, I think it's 63 miles to Kingwood to Katy, and then like another
I believe
25 from Katy to the apartment.
It can't be 25. You're on the west side of town. Anywho.
Yeah, anywho, so you get there. How are you trying to?
I'm not gonna try and grab him. I'm just gonna I'll run around him, run in front of him, just block his path. Be like, hey, like everything's calm down now. Let's just go back inside. Figure out what's happened. Figure out what we need to do, and just take a toll of what's gone on.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Anita.
17 total. Oh yeah, Anita, roll against me.
Yeah.
17 total.
17 total. You get to roll twice because he's.
I'm not poisoned.
No, she does.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
19. Roll one more.
I was like, that's good.
That's
Oh,
really
because
good.
he's at poison. Because he's poisoned.
For
that's
you or good for them?
Good for me, but bad for them.
Oh, sorry.
No, he's gonna roll one more. Okay, she rolled a 6. There we go.
Okay,
So
yeah, I'm
much
pretty sure I
better.
beat that.
He's poisoned. Well, he's poisoned, so he gets the lower number. So
Okay,
you roll
okay.
twice, get the lower. All right, so yeah, Tommen's
All right,
like.
good night.
Good night.
Thank
Anita.
you.
So yeah, Tommen's like, you guys are persistent. Can we just
Yeah,
not?
come
talk
in and sit
there.
down. You look exhausted. Let's just come on in and sit down.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
know.
weird shit. I don't know what to say, but we'll figure it out. We gotta talk it out.
I don't want to go in there. Can we just?
Well, you can sit
on
outside.
top
That's
of
fine.
the shade? Okay. And
Just-
he'll very slowly and still kind of cautiously. And Davis, you see it. He's pretty wide-eyed. and that.
I can't explain most of what went on in there either. We'll have to. That's why we're gonna have to talk it out as a group. We got a lot of smart people in there that can kind of help us figure out what's going on.
Okay. Okay. You guys really aren't inspectors, are you?
Not officially, but Wiggs did want us to come check this place out. Like he didn't. We're not like official inspectors, but he thought something might be up. Clearly, something strange was going on, and we're about to try and figure out exactly what it was.
Yeah, very strange. So there you go. Let's do that. These guys are down here. All right, spiritual weapon would have faded by now. All right, you guys would still technically have your inspirations if you have them because they last 10 minutes. I'd say 10 minutes hasn't passed quite yet. So, excuse me. So yeah, Marb has already started turning back once Davis, you've gotten Tommen kind of rustled in and started walking back.
I'll walk with him too. I know he's walking slow, but I'll just keep pace.
Mm-hmm. And Marb would have heard you.
Marb would have heard me. I believe it.
Marb would have heard you. Sorry, I was closing the door.
I know it's fine.
Marb would have heard you when he was, and Tommen discussing how Tommen doesn't want to go inside. And he'll kind of call out, like, guys, the spooky, scary stuff scared Tommen. Let's just sit outside.
It's a nice day. Let's enjoy it.
And the way that it is, where the sun is positioned and the facing of the mill, there's one side of the building that is well overcasted in shadow, large enough for the group to all gather and discuss. As you guys are all leaving, you hear some of the creaking and all that, and and looking around, but nothing really happens. Grant, you were mentioning you were observing the bodies. Were you doing anything in particular, or just kind of checking and confirming that they are?
Confirming they're unresable. Kind of a thing.
It's actually quite. You kind of see it almost as like an impossible blessing that you guys are okay, based on just how you see yourself. You're a hardy individual, but you're still a person, right? These people were people, and the fact that they are just borderline instantly turned to ash is just shocking. So they are indeed to the point where if you were to maybe shake them or something, they might even start to crumble. They're instantly dehydrated and turn to ash.
Where is he? Did you hear him cry?
I heard him cry, but I didn't see where he is. The group gathers outside. Tommen is still kind of weary. And
so I would want to go try and find Al inside and just kind of be like, hey, so what was on that thing and what happened in there? But quietly so that Tommen can't hear.
Oh man, those hags they got a lot of cards in their sleeve.
So this was them?
This was the work of the hags?
I believe so.
And I'll be like, as soon as Grant walks over and starts talking, I'll just give him the little quiet symbol, keep it quiet.
Oh, shit.
It's cool. Just keep it quiet. I don't want to scare the other guy. He's scared enough as is. I'm scared too, honestly. I don't know what just happened. So many things all happen at once.
Insane.
And I was shouting for a minute, and I couldn't help but shout. And I had the two versions of me.
Funny.
And you were huge. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Grant, how are those other guys? Are they? No.
I just my head.
God damn it!
Don't even.
Shit.
So I mean, is it broken at least? Did we get rid of it? Did your magic cancel thing
I didn't
work?
even look at the device at the Not the mechanics or
crystals
the machine.
So as you guys are saying this, Calisaur will
Did
kind
those
of
crystals become the Mephits when they exploded, or they just exploded and then Mephits appeared? Or could we have seen that
so
clearly
yeah,
when we first...
what? Well, actually, go ahead and just give me. For you, go ahead and give me a wisdom. Just like it's almost like a ability to recall what you saw. You rely on
Yeah,
your
trying to Sherlock Holmes it in my head what
Yeah.
happened when I cast the spell.
Yeah. And since wisdom is your spell casting, and you use magic to have this happen, I'll allow wisdom. 12 is it's enough to get some bits. So the shards definitely just seem to react to the magic, and they then almost shattered and started flying out. You don't know if you got all of them. It didn't so much seem as if the shards turned into the Mephits, but there was like an ephemeral kind of smoke coming from them, and then the clouds kind of build up, and then they formed into these electrified, over-energized, very vibrant, chaotic forms.
Thingies. Never
Yeah.
even seen creatures like that before in my life either. I don't think so.
No, these are you saw the cauldron sprites over in the Hags Hut, and these were similar, similar structure with the elongated faces and the long pointy nose. They're very, the small bodies with the wings and the cackle, very similar, but those had earthly properties to them, where it's ash and smoke and muck, where these were just, well, you don't know what they were.
Just like energy.
Possibly, yeah.
I'm gonna go. I want to go look at the crystal thing, see where Al and I both felt the thing, and just see if there's any crystals or anything left.
Sure. As you kind of go in, one thing that Calisaur wanted to do was go in, and he's going to investigate for just any lingering crystals that are or shards that are embedded. So if anybody wants to roll me an investigation check for him, it's a +2.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Davis, you go ahead and go in. So Davis goes in. Calisaur's investigating. Al, what are you doing?
Natural 20.
Nice.
Okay, natural 20 for a 22 on Cal's investigation. I will get to that soon.
Mm-hmm.
Can I loot the place for any charcoal?
For charcoal?
Yeah, I
Um,
don't have any
sure.
charcoal on me, and I lost my bird.
Gotcha. Go ahead. I guess for you, it'd also be just an investigation check. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. So you're looking for charcoal.
Oh, investigation. I got a +7. Thank God. 14 total.
14. Okay. All right. So sorry, Alan. We'll get right back to you. So Rock, as you kind of go in, you're looking around. You're not seeing any charcoal as you immediately enter. You kind of peer over into the side of the grinding bowl, and you kind of see the corpses. They look charcoaly, but you're smart enough to remember that there was food and stuff upstairs. Possibly there's maybe some sort of simple hearth or that. So then you start making your way up there, and we'll come back to you.
Okay.
So yeah, Al, what were you up to, sir?
I feel like I would trust Davis with the crystal investigation because he saw them as well after we found them. So I'd actually go looking for Rock to see, so we can discuss what's going on with these crystals and the methods.
Okay, so I'll kind of do this then. So you guys are kind of going up. Marb will kind of sit with Tommen because they're both not feeling well.
And somebody needs to.
Yeah. Cal and
Calisaur's searching around, right?
yeah, and what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go talk to Tommen then.
Okay, so
Someone's got to break the news.
all right. So you guys will be there.
Some info.
We'll go ahead and start with Calisaur and his natural 20 investigation. Calisaur is able to find plenty of these little shards. Some of them were actually still kind of embedded in him, and it kind of goes up to Davis as Davis is walking by him, and like the back of your shoulder just plucks one out, and Davis, it stings. And for y'all's information, as Calisaur's kind of looking at them, where they were initially blue, they still have like a blue hint to them, but kind of they very quickly taper into other colors, and it's that wild prismatics of greens, purples, oranges, clear. It's just like crazy. It's a crazy spectrum of colors here. It's very, and there's no real pattern to it. What's Cal's passive intelligence? 14. Cal is looking at it, and he's probably thinking something along the lines of, well, this was a chaotic event. There seem to be chaotic energies. It's just kind of chaos. If someone would be so kind to roll me an Arcana check for Cal, it's be D20 plus 5.
Okay. He gets a special dice today.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Jesus Christ. I gotta use this dice all the time. 19.
19, wow, yeah.
Plus 2, so 21.
So as he's kind of looking at it, he's gonna start. He sees like Rock and Al head up. He's gonna start dashing to catch up with you guys after he's kind of done investigating. And we'll come back to what he says. Davis.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna check the lip of the bowl, see if there's any like crystal stuff there, and if there's not, what's left. Like basically where we were looking for stuff, what's there now.
So as you're kind of running your finger along.
But if I have to get down on the floor and look, I'll do that too.
Yeah. So you're doing that, trying to find the light as best you can, using.
I mean, I do have dark vision, so it's not as dark.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Getcha. You see where the carving is and the engraving, and there's not nearly as much. It's like just a little fragment, kind of just almost like the core of it, right? Like the very base of it is maybe just still there. And now that you're kind of focusing on it, you do see it, and it's almost like it's kind of like a stylized backwards S, but in the center of it, there's almost like a circular point, and that's almost like where the crystal is growing from.
Okay. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming I don't know what that means. There's nothing. It doesn't ring a bell for anything.
You've glanced upon the scrawling, so you can go ahead and give me a history check.
Okay. Oh, natural 20, but 19 total.
19 total. Okay. So let me just draw this for you real quick.
Is it the cool S? Tell me it's the cool S.
It's kind of like, looks like that. So as you're kind of, there are some other like flourishes to the style, like, there might be like some streaking like this and something like that. But essentially that's the symbol that you see. And you've seen something extremely similar to that. You're actually kind of thinking, you're like, wait. And it was just more along the lines of, you kind of took an interest in it because writing does not come very quickly to you.
Right.
And when you saw it, you saw, oh, maybe what is that? And then for a moment there, you're trying to think of, that's not a letter that I recognize. And then you were kind of realize that these are symbols, and
right.
Some of them put them out. And this is very much a symbol that represents something. Don't know what it is. But based on that little check that you had, you recall the Grise talking about how it's siphoning energy to the mills, and just you kind of recall your days on the sea where you see like a little barnacle, just a little tiny thing, like kind of land on something, and then you let it go for a week, a month, and it all of a sudden becomes like a large cluster.
Mm-hmm.
You think you maybe found
something like that.
That little barnacle.
Okay. So yeah, I'll try and actually like dig it out if I can. I think I got a dagger or something. Let me see. Yeah, I got a dagger.
Go ahead and give me a how are you going to be forceful, or are you just going to try to be very?
Well, first I'll just try and pry it, but
okay,
if it doesn't come, then yeah, I'll use whatever force I can.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a dex check. If you are proficient in sleight of hand, you can use that.
I am not. 11 total.
Ooh, But you have thieves' tools, don't you?
I do have thieves' tools, and I'm
I
proficient
will
in them.
allow you to. Yeah, I will allow that to apply to this.
Okay, so 14 total then.
14 total. You dig, you dig, you dig. You feel it getting loose, and you're like, come on. You kind of stick your tongue out. It's budging, but it's not coming out.
Okay. I'll think about it, and we can come back to me.
All right, perfect. Let's start with, well, I guess Grant outside. And keep in mind, you're still inspired. It's starting to run towards the tail end of it as, 10 minutes or so have passed.
Okay.
Tommins just has now found like a seated position. His knees are up, his elbows are resting on his knees, and his hands are just kind of covering his face, and he's kind of possibly very woozy, very scared. Just the adrenaline is starting to flood out of his body.
I start by casting Calm Emotions on all three of us.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
With the intended effect of suppressing our frightenedness, essentially, because it's kind of a crazy moment. Plus, I am also aware that when they get like another sudden shock, you can break the spell. So, and I'm planning. So, I'm going to plan on breaking the news to him.
Mm-hmm.
So, if it freaks him out to the point that it breaks Calm Emotions, then so be it. I'll cast some other spell on him.
Perfect. So go ahead and mark off that second level spell slot. Is there a visual or any like area effect you kind of imagine?
Yeah. So they're probably I imagine Marb and Tommen are facing away from the mill. They're kind of sitting and looking at the water or something like that, just kind of resting. And so before I walk over to them, I touch the symbol and I do a little chant. And I guess the effect might be like a slight bluish haze that kind of just passes over all of us really quickly. Super light looking, not like a fog or anything like that. But then it just kind of passes through.
Nice, I like
guess
it.
That's the visual.
Yeah, it's like this very just subtle mist that basically, even before like it leaves that 5 foot, 5 feet from you, it almost vanishes. But you feel it. Your connection.
Yeah, you don't feel any wetness or anything like that. There's no like physical. It's just like this. I don't know, some essence passing through.
I get you. And you, Grant, you kind of look at him and you see that both Marb and Tommen just breathe a little bit easier. For the sake of mechanics, Marb was not expecting you to cast anything. Tommen's in a weakened state. I'm not going to make them do a save. So you feel that connection and you feel the calmness take over, and I'm assuming you allow that effect to also take over you.
Yeah. So I guess I turn to Marb first, and I say, I tell him it's a trick that the shepherds use at the end of battles.
He just kind of nods and he's like, "Cool, man. You do you."
So then Grant then kneels down in front of Tommen, and he says, "Are you doing okay, boy?"
Yeah. Weirdly so.
Do you know what happened in there?
He just shakes his head no. Almost innocently, like a child.
Yeah, I didn't really expect him to. Or Grant didn't really expect him to, but just kind of starting point, I guess. And then Grant tells them those crystals or something that my friends found. They cause those monsters to appear. I think.
What? Where did
I'm not really a magic. I'm not really a sage. I don't do these things usually.
He's kind of, you see him where, his sleeve had been ripped. You see that he actually has like a small gash, and he's kind of keeping to it. And he says, where did like a sheepish child in the state, where did the crystals come from? Have they
Grant
been
puts his
here?
hand on Tommen's knee, I guess, because they're
Yeah.
like sitting or whatever. And he says, "That's why we're here. We're trying to find out. Don't want to scare people in the city, but something terrible is happening around Green Hill.
You think?
Don't think it's your fault. Don't know whose fault it is. We're just trying to help."
Oh, okay. Uh, where, where's Yusa and Dorian? Are they helping inside?
Grant
I ran
shakes
like
his head.
oh,
I'm sorry, son. Do you know the rights for children of the harvest?
yeah, to be planted as seeds, so new fruit can be born.
Okay. We'll have to do this together. Take your
Uh,
time.
yeah. Grant, you have a high enough passive perception. I'm not gonna make you roll it. As you're talking him over, and every once in a while, it's probably difficult, even in this state, to kind of deliver such news. You kind of focus on him, kind of on like a little gash and all that, and eventually he does leave it alone because I guess the discomfort had kind of passed. And thank goodness you're under the impressions of calm emotions. You see, he has not the most intricate tattoo, but he has a tattoo of a woman's visage, cloaked, seems to have long hair, eyes are obscured, but not so much that they're not there, they're lilies. Their eyes are replaced with lilies. And around her, she has a cord of beads and flowers, very representative to, well, some of the visuals you've seen.
Is that an image of the mother herself, or is that, or do I think of that as an image of the mother herself, or what?
Go ahead and give me a religion check at advantage now that you've seen it a few times. Oh, I realize I don't have some music going or any background sounds. Mills.
Wait, S for Simon? Who, me? Not me.
I said that because it's the symbol.
Yeah, the little symbol. 16, yeah. Yeah, that little like sliver of a thought kind of crosses your mind, and
Does it
something
look like the image inside the house that was carved on the wall?
not so much like that, more along the ones of the vision you had when you were drinking your tea that one evening.
Oh,
It's that it's very much that beautiful, visage. It's not, again, not the greatest detail, but like you can kind of see what they're going for. And the only
right.
real difference here, besides the shift, is that where her eyes are, it's just blooming lilies instead.
Where's the tattoo?
Just on his like arm, on his right arm, like I guess like I don't know, what do you call it? On his sleeve, right? His right sleeve.
So Grant kind of lunges at, like, he tries to kind of suppress it a little bit. He gets maybe a little twitch on his jaw, but then he can't suppress it well enough. He kind of lunges at Tommen and like
Okay.
pulls up his sleeve,
Okay.
just kind of stares really intensely at the tattoo. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
"What is this tattoo?"
It's kind of when you grab him, he's a little shaken. He's like, it's well, it's an image of the mother of bounties. She's just I'm not ever probably going to rise and to become an acolyte or can't become a daughter, right? Uh, so it's one way that we show our faith. We mark ourselves.
Did you You do it yourself? Or do others
No,
do it to you?
the acolytes, when they come walking by, they have the rights to do it. And I guess, well, we thought, the olivine, the mills that we're responsible for, had been operating well, and continuing to help form the bounty in ways that are useful to our brothers and sisters in Green Hill and neighboring areas.
He kind of cuts him off and turns to Marb.
Mhm.
Is this the same speech he was just giving me 10 minutes ago before we did all the fighting?
uh, to an extent, yes. Marb's like, it's similar.
Tommen, not now. I don't. Sorry, I
But
know I
you-
asked, but
Yeah.
what is the tattoo? Is just to mark other acolytes? Is that the point?
Yes. People that have potential to become acolytes can get the mark. So you realize, your understanding of structure and all that, while you don't necessarily know the entire structure, you realize that Tommen might actually have been involved in this for some time.
Yeah.
And I'll put it this way: you're deductive enough, and especially with your passive insight, you realize that Tommen was potentially one of the people that was put here, where maybe Yusa and or Dorian had been here. You don't know which one or which ones. So
I'm not gonna interrogate him anymore. It's fine. I still need help digging some graves.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, rest up. You have to clean up inside in a little bit.
I was gonna say at some point during this, you might have heard a really loud thwack from the very back from me. Because I decided what I'm gonna try and do is I'm basically gonna try and break that piece of the bowl off, even no matter how thick the bowl is. I'm just gonna take my halberd or my glaive and just butt end of it, boom.
All right. Give real quick. This is gonna be easy for you, Davis, most likely. But go ahead and give me a perception check as you pull your, just in general.
Well, so yeah, 21 total. But yeah,
Okay.
or no, sorry, not 21 total, 11 total. I was looking. I added
11 total.
I added my passive to my roll, which is not how that
Oh,
works.
gotcha. Well, it's good because so you grab it and you go to whack, and then whack, and then the motions of doing that, you realize your glaive is scorching, screaming red. It's not hot. It's hot.
Does it look at all like in the hut?
More intensely.
But same sort of thing, like the writing, like the etchings and stuff are.
It's actually so like red hot looking that you don't even see the edge. It's just like a red rod essentially, right? And it's just the blade, all of it is just, you touch it just kind of instinctively, and you're holding it, but then you kind of reach and touch it. It's not hot. It just looks like like it would burn.
Okay. Noted, but I would still keep trying to smack it. Because basically, I would have, at some point, after not being able to get the little, seed of the jewel or crystals out with the dagger, I would have noticed or remembered that Yusa and Dorian are over here somewhere, looked at them, gone into a rage, and then tried to smash this shit.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me a strength check. You can use athletics. I'll let you use it at advantage because you're using your glaive to assist with this.
Okay. 9 and an 8. 16 total then, if you're saying athletics.
It takes you a while, and in fact, Grant.
So you hear thump, thump, thump.
Yeah. There's quite a few times where you're trying to talk to Tommen, and Marb's kind of just sitting there quiet more than that, but you just hear thump, 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 and you hear maybe some grunts and stuff. But eventually, yes, Davis, you do get it. And yeah, it's man, it is.
How thick is the bowl, by the way? So how thick of a stone slab is this?
I mean, you necessarily don't get the slab to break off. You manage to just pummel around it enough and kind of turn it to dust in that area.
Gotcha. Okay.
Where it's enough, and then you're able to kind of reach in and pluck it out. And I mean, that core is probably, that little barnacle, as we said, it is probably just the size of a regular green pea. It's nothing. It's small.
Yeah, I'll take that and I'd go walk and looking for any of the magic users. First one I find, whoever
But
that may be.
something you do notice as you pull, there's like a little tug, and you hear the little snapping sound. And then you kind of instinctively look, and you do see that there seems to be like a little blue keeping going. Go ahead and give
Like
me
a
an
tendon type or something,
yeah, something
or
like
something
that.
like a sinew that's sort of attaching it.
Yeah, it seems to go like deeper into the bowl, maybe.
Okay. Or are you gonna have me check?
I'm trying to think what's like an appropriate. Just I would say for you, it was just like just an intelligence check.
Okay.
In general.
2 minus 1 for 1.
Oh, yeah. No, you kind of like I would kind of imagine you kind of get up and you kind of like are looking around the bowl to see if maybe there's some veinage or something similar, but you don't pick up on anything blue.
So it keeps, no matter how long I'm pulling, like it keeps.
No, you do actually rip it. Like
it eventually pulls out. Okay.
Yeah, when you do it, it's like you kind of pull, and it maybe not even an inch. Like you feel a little tug, and you hear that little like that snapping sound of like cord.
Okay.
Almost. It's very thin, and you kind of look at and I mean it's like as thin as like almost like a couple of hairs, you know.
Okay.
So Calisaur had run up chasing Rock and Al. Al and Rock, you have a little bit of, a few minutes before Cal gets up to you guys.
Hey, Rock. How you holding up after all that?
I lost Pebble again.
Damn it. If you need any help with the ritual, let me know.
Yeah, you don't happen to have a bunch of charcoal on you, do you?
Oh, is that what you're doing? I can help you look. I don't have any on me though.
Yeah, I figured I'd look for that and make sure there's none of those blue crystally things. I think we got them all, but should probably check.
I hope so.
How are you doing after all that? You were, seems like there were some weird things going on.
It was, I'm still kind of dazed and confused after me and Davis, and actually I'm a little. Did you hear about the other two guys?
No, are they okay?
No. We're in the basement and it just kind of exploded. But we were trying for the entire battle to keep him alive, keep him healthy.
Do they need my help? Should I go down to them, or is it?
Grant's already had a look and he said there's nothing else we can do. So honestly, I'm kind of let down at that whole piece that, they shouldn't have been involved. I guess we did the best we could. I don't know.
We keep things don't ever work out quite right for us, do they?
No, they do not. I just don't like when the bystanders get involved.
No, me neither. We almost lost Jade and now these guys and Wiggs and the town crew are they're gonna hate us.
We just gotta tread carefully, but it exploded. I don't know. I don't know if we could have done anything.
Yeah, I'm really starting to dislike these hags. They've killed my bird twice now. I'm gonna make them pay for that.
That's too many times.
Yeah. Did you guys find anything interesting down there at least?
After Grant told me that, I kind of took off looking for you. I actually wanted to talk to you about if you have any hunches about. I feel like we definitely found
it. Did I lose sound?
No, Corbin cut out.
Corbin, I think you cut out.
You said you found a blank.
Yeah.
Oh, he disconnected.
Okay.
We found a break in the internet line.
Rock, real quick, while you're having this discussion and kind of talking and moving through, you check the second. There's not really much, but you guys do get up to the third floor, and up here you see that it's almost like a makeshift living quarter. A couple very simple straw, almost like straw was laid out with some fabric just to make it a little bit more comfortable and maybe prevent some of that itch. There is a little hearth. There is charcoal. There is ash. You're able to gather enough from what you imagine.
Okay, perfect. I'll add that to my stuff after. 'Cause I still have all the other ingredients I need.
Yes. Al, are you back?
I'm back.
Okay, so
What's the last thing you heard?
Yeah.
You said I found, and then, or yeah, you cut out on the I found so I'm in suspense.
I'm gonna try and find that thought. Can you go ahead, Adam?
Yeah, so real quickly, this entire time you guys are talking, you go through the second floor. There's really not much. There's a few little shards of the glass. And then you guys get up to the third floor, and it's like a makeshift living, you know. There's a couple simple wooden crates up there for them to be able to, sit. There's some straw laid out with some fabric covering it, maybe to make it a little bit less itchy. There is a hearth, but not a really large one, but there is charcoal in there, and ash, and Rock is able to gather enough, he feels, for his summoning of Pebble. There's a few other things. You guys are more than welcome to explore, continue your conversation. I think, Al, you have your train of thought, so go.
I would help Rock look for charcoal, so I'd basically keep talking to him just without eye contact.
Yeah.
Kind of shuffling around, probably getting distracted a few times. Actually, I came up here to look for you. I want to discuss. This has to be the hag's work, right? It's kind of. You think this coincides with the scrawlings too?
Didn't we hear a hag laugh when all those things came? I thought part of when.
No, so you
Something with them appearing.
You heard laughter, you heard cackling, but it's more along the lines of the same high-pitched, multiple laughters that you heard when you were in the hag's hut, when the cauldron sprites were active. I will say that, Rock, you are definitely smart enough to know that this was 100% hag work, based off what the scrawlings have said.
Yeah, and I'll just say it was. I think it was just a trap. I mean, they had to know we were coming here. We said it more than once with all the rats and flies and whatever in town. I think the crystals was just a trap laid for us by the hags. They're one step ahead of us all the way through this.
Oh yeah, that's a good call. They do have traps through and through.
I think we need to assume from here on that anything we do, we need to be a lot more careful before we get other people hurt.
I feel like I should have learned that after the ritual, that they have traps on everything.
Yeah, I don't know, and I just didn't think of it. I was just so busy trying to figure out how a mill could make things bad. I didn't even think that they knew we were coming. That was, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think we might need to.
You hear Davis going mad at the bowl.
You don't know what it is, but you do hear that.
Yeah.
Do you hear that sound? Should we go back? I don't really want to go through these guys' personal stuff. I don't see anything. Do either of us have detect magic on still, by the way? Is that
No, it would have, with all the chaos and y'all doing certain spells.
okay? Just from a quick look-see, without ripping through their stuff of these guys, do we see anything in here that is hag-like still, or does all the blue spots and everything seem to
Go ahead and give me a at least for you, Rock. I don't know what Al you're doing, but go ahead and give me a perception check as you're trying to look-see real quick. And this living area is not massive. It's 25 feet by 25 feet.
Sorry. I'm devastated by the loss of Pebble. I rolled a 2, so that's 6 total.
6 total. It looks like an unremarkable living. It brings that question to your mind of why do people live in places when they can carry their home on their back?
Okay. Yeah. I don't see anything here. I got charcoal. I need. We should something's going on downstairs.
I'm kind of curious about that too. Sure, we got rid of all the methods, whatever sprites those were.
Yeah. Enjoy those.
Not one bit.
What Califor's beard is?
Cal kind of comes up at this point. He's like, guys.
What?
And he sees, like you turn to him, Rock, and your hands are just covered in soot. And then he's like, are you okay?
Can I reach over and give his beard a tug?
You can.
Okay, I do so just to be like, how did
He's,
Oh, it actually is like you. Sorry, I didn't know what it was. Impressive beard. Did you do? Is this magic? Can you just do this? Is this like a form?
Don't know, but I kind of like it.
It looks good on you. I'm just really confused, but after everything that happened, I guess it's on par.
I think we're all confused.
Sorry about the downstairs. I was confused. You disappeared. You came back. Then there's a beer. It was a whole thing.
Yeah. It's okay. And sorry, I thought you were a hag, but you looked like a hag, and
Yeah,
you understand, right?
I was trying to control the little crystally creature guys, and I didn't tell anybody that I could do that. I should have let you guys know. It's just one of my spells.
Well,
Sorry.
I was drifting in like, I don't know. There was no. I was drifting like a skyscape. I don't know. It was like silvers and blacks and purples and blues, very pastel-y stars. It wasn't really cold or hot. And then I came back. So
Yeah. Was it like Frogland or Spiderland that we've been in?
I know it was silvers, grays, cloudy, starry,
Sounds kind of
empty, but still full. I don't know how to explain it. And I was glad I was only there for a moment because
How did you get back?
I don't know.
Oh,
I think maybe what sent me there brought me back. I don't know.
is that why you have a beard? Does everybody grow a beard and you're
Maybe. You know what? Maybe.
Ah, henceforth, the beard plane.
Maybe the beard of feathers is how they fly around in there.
Ooh, can you fly now?
I mean, hey! He starts like moving his head around real fast. No.
Oh.
I mean, I can always fly like when I'm well rested for a short brief of time, but I know you're not talking about that type of flying.
Well, we didn't find anything up here. We're gonna go. There's some banging going on. Me and Al, we're gonna go. Are you?
Yeah.
Do you need anything here?
No, yeah. And he actually like has a sizable shard. Most of the ones that you saw like in the upstairs, were like little broken shards of glass, teeny tiny. But this is one that, probably the length of a pointer finger, maybe a middle finger, and about an inch or two. Let's say call it 2 inches in width, and part of it is that same bluish glass, but then it very quickly tapers and becomes all these other colors, yellows, blues of a different hue, yellows, oranges, pinks, and there's even clear sections to it. It just looks chaotic and discorded.
Oh, it's one of those blue crystals that we saw. Right, so just to be clear on that.
Yeah, it's one of those blue crystals, but now it's not blue, if that makes sense.
Okay, how did you get that? And I'm wary of it because those attacked us.
I found it on the first floor on the landing when we get in. There's a lot of little pieces, but this one's kind of significantly sized, and you can actually see the prismatic rainbow kind of going through it. But it doesn't really follow. Like, when you look at a rainbow, you see it like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Look at it. This is like everything is just kind of I don't know. I was hoping maybe y'all wouldn't recognize or know something about it.
Yeah, can I do it or like do I recognize it for what it is magically?
You can give me. You can give me an Arcana check.
Okay, this dice getting retired. That was a 2 again.
So 12.
Well,
Dice have spoken.
The only thing you can really gather is based off the violent reaction that happened, right? It started these shards flying. Maybe the shards changed. Maybe there's more to the shards that meets the eye or something. But
Oh, nothing. It's just funny. That's like, oh, I only rolled a 2. Oh, it's a 12.
so, yeah, you're not too sure on it. Al, real quick. Al, roll me a charisma check.
Okay. Okay.
You kind of stare at the shard. For a moment there, you kind of feel this like weird tug, but nothing. Like you feel like maybe like, just your skin tingle a little bit and nothing.
Just from staring at it?
Yeah.
I don't trust it. Can I, if Cal is holding it out, can I just have one finger and try to touch it?
Mm-hmm. You touch it. And Cal and Rock, you see Al shift into a human female in very simple brown garbs, long brown braided hair, carrying a little fruit basket, little corset, almost like a little Red Riding Hood, but instead like this way it's more like browns and grays. Al, you don't feel anything. You just but you do see your hand as you're kind of retracting it. You're like,
ooh.
Al, what did you just do? I'm gonna step back.
And then like a little shimmer, you got Al back again.
What the heck did you just do? That was cool. Did you mean to do that?
I don't think. No, I didn't mean to do that. Don't touch the crystal. Cal's holding the crystal. Do I feel fine after that?
You feel fine.
Rock, touch the crystal, just like for a fraction of a second. Just poke it.
I poke the crystal.
You poke it. You get a little bit of soot on it. Nothing happens.
I ask Calisor if I can hold the crystal.
He kind of looks weird, and as you're holding it, Cal just kind of finds a way and pokes it. Nothing happens to Cal.
Okay, I hand it over to Al again. Say to like, okay, you again.
I'm gonna hold it.
Yeah, you shift, and now this time you turn into a half-orc individual. Your size, the visual of Al increases by about a foot. He's wearing an obnoxious top hat, a monocle. He's got a pipe in his mouth, like ready to smoke. He's holding a cane in a nice, dapper, double-breasted suit.
I don't feel any different at all.
I immediately sketch Al. My little
The quill just activates.
I'll be like, Al, look, this is you now.
Do we have a mirror or anything?
Yeah, Al's the way he's talking has changed a little bit.
Just for fun, I was planning on coming to find a magic user at some point. Can this be the point at which I walk up?
Sure.
What?
You see this really dapper looking orc individual.
Wait, where was he hiding?
David, come in.
What? Who are you? Rock, Calisor, who is this? I think Al was coming to see you guys?
He is holding this one little, like, crystalline glass shard.
Yeah, of course he is. He's like a rich guy. They all have jewels. Who is
I'm
this?
gonna offer it back to Cal.
You hand it to Cal as Davis asks you who is this, and that image.
Oh,
It's Al.
Jesus, Al. First you're like 15 feet tall. Then you're like
There's
me, but like rich looking or something. Here. I found
we need
this.
a mirror or
I found
something.
this on the bowl. It's all that's left. You guys, I don't know what and I'll just hand it over to whoever's closest.
So you guys see it. It's almost like a little. It's not a round, like perfectly round sphere. It's like a broken, kind of just an odd-shaped chunk about the size of a little pea, and there's like a few little bluish like hairs on one side that extend for maybe about an inch, and they seem to be snapped.
Can I? I'll take it and just
I'll hand it freely.
cast identify on it just to see if it means anything to me.
Sure.
As he like starts to do that, I'm just be like, you guys figure that out. I'm gonna go talk to Grant. We gotta figure out what we're doing with these two guys, and then I think it's clear more than ever now that we need to go fuck this shit up. Like we need to take care of this shit, get rid of it.
And away from civilized society.
Because it seems like they knew we were coming here, so we need to maybe have a better plan than walk in the front door and ask questions.
Cal leans forward to Al and just pokes him with the crystal, and Al's image turns into a black, very thin dragonborn, very lithe, very sly, wearing really tattered garb, has some daggers on his side, tongue right over.
Quit playing
have
around,
scales
guys.
now?
Come on.
Al, go ahead and give me a for you. It'd just be an intelligence check. Honestly, I guess you can do Arcana. You can do Arcana.
That's a little better.
I mean, you're not bad at anything. You're a bard.
It's just my worst stuff, you know.
And you're only just for a brief moment, because then like Cal pulls it out, pulls the crystal, just taps you with it, sees it, pulls it away. Al, it's like you lose control of one of the gifts you were given because of this crystal.
Oh. Wait, Rock, did you say earlier that you can disguise yourself? Like you can illusion yourself as somebody else?
Yeah, it's one of the spells that I know. It's I can disguise myself. It doesn't last that long, but you know, that's why I turned myself. I should have told you guys, but I turned myself to look like a hag so that I could stop those things from trying to kill us. But yeah, I can do that. But yours seems quicker.
I missed that. I didn't. How long, have you been able to do that for very long?
No, just something yeah, you know those papers I've been reading for quite a while. That we picked up in like the bear pig camp. Yeah, it was on one of those. I just learned it from that. Wrote it in my book, and now I can do it.
So, I've had something similar since back in Vulpine, but kind of like you said just now, I should have told the party. I had no idea how to, like, hey, look, I'm you. No, that's terrifying. I don't know how to. So I was gonna go and give that a shot. Can I disguise self as Rock?
In what way are you disguising? Are you using your
The classic.
the class? Yeah. So go ahead and mark it off as you've used it. Yeah, the dimensions work. Al, are you doing equipment and all, or are you just trying?
Since he's in front of me, I'm gonna go for everything.
Yeah, there are 2 rocks. Al's forms kind of. Actually, how does it look? Think of your heritage. How would it look? Like, how's the?
Oh,
Like the manifestation of it? Is there like a poof of smoke? Is it like ash, or your skin starts to like quickly burn away, or?
Yeah, the transition. What does that look like?
I hadn't put onto that yet.
Keep in mind, usually like psychic and illusions and manipulation.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say it looks a little molten. There's a middle kind of tone. Yeah, there's a middle tone. It's got kind of a fire feel to it. And then as it nears the end, it kind of shifts back into kind of a rock green.
Yeah, I get it. So it's like that, and it's almost like when you have like a burning piece of paper, except it's followed up by the actual rock green.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And there's Al as rock.
I'm just gonna wave. Hey, Rock. Hey, Cal.
Oh man, you're me. Do you sound like me, or do you still sound like you?
He sounds like him until he tries to. I mean, you can do your best impression if you want to do a performance check.
Nice.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna give that a go. Come on. This is worth a lucky.
Nice.
I'm a lucky that. Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, like he's like and then all of a sudden the voice is just, it's you.
Holy crap! That is so cool. Kalasar, poke him with a crystal now.
Sure, Kalsar goes, pokes him, and Al, and the Al that was a rock, now all of a sudden just like, now you're starting to notice it that there's like this little like like a quick spark effect, and then Al shifts into a humanoid like eagle with almost like bluish tinting to his feathers, a large beak that has some fine adornment jewelry, piercing from going from one of the nostrils all the way back and into where would be like an ear, wearing like regal-esque, feather-esque, golden, very light armor, wielding a glaive of sorts that reaches up and has like a sun symbol with white wrappings around it, his legs and his arms. He's
Still sounding like Rock.
Yeah.
Be like, what is this?
When we
Cal
unfold, does he go
pulls the
back to
crystal away, and then you go back to rock.
Well, that's confusing now. This is.
Okay.
I wonder why it only works on you. This is confusing.
I don't know.
I'll drop you down to a whisper really quick. You do know. You're starting to get a hunch. There you go. Oh, no, that's not Al. That's me.
And we should, as players, know. I think, right?
No,
It's from the other scrawlings that when he won the ones he won in the race.
why is the crystal making it happen?
Oh, that I don't know. That's just like magical stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Just chaos magic.
I have
Oh, is
concerns
there
now,
something
because
you wanted to discuss when you come out, Danny? Is there something that Davis wanted to talk about?
Oh, yes. So basically, just like burial rites and stuff.
You walk out and I'm murdering Tom and
I mean, if you do that, then we might fight.
you heathen! No.
We get our
Good
first.
time to finally tell you guys about the fucking visions.
Which visions?
The vision I had when we were at the Adventurers League. Finally tell you guys. Oh, it's not a very exciting vision.
Ah. Oh yeah.
It was just
Go ahead.
Oh, it was just because I saw the fields, and then I saw the woman, and the woman turned into something terrible. And then it's supposed to be basically like the same vision that I had when I left the temple of Temple of Jalak, that caused me to come north in the first place.
Oh, okay.
It's like a similar vision, but not exactly the same. And then now I see the image of because the woman transitions from beautiful long-haired, dark long-haired creature into something hag-like.
Ah. Hence your reaction to the tattoo, I guess.
To the tattoo, yeah.
Gotcha. Nice.
That is what it's supposed to be. I think that's what Adam's is going for. Something similar to what Adam's going for.
Right.
I think.
Speaking of something Adam's going for, I forgot to mention this to him, but so you know how I have those little markings on my shoulder blades or back or whatever? It actually took me way too fucking long to figure out what they are, but I know what they are. That's because of you, Rock. And it's only actually, I will say, I as a player know what they are. Davis doesn't know what they are.
Wow.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was weird. He DC'd right when we jumped to the other.
I was wondering.
I mean, that was literally supposed to be like a 2-second, like, hey.
Oh.
I just clicked it and it's like, nope. Bye.
Goodbye.
All right. So yeah, there's 2 rocks, and Cal's gonna pull back.
Okay, so at least I still get this, but oof.
Just for funsies, I'm gonna disguise self and turn into Al.
Sure. Go ahead and mark off that spell slot.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Let me grab Al's pog now. Yeah. Then all of a sudden, it's almost like they jumped ship or switched places. Davis, since you're still up there.
I was leaving. Like as soon as they started fucking around, I was leaving.
Yeah, I get you. As you're leaving, no, because they'd just be distracted. They wouldn't notice. Never mind. Okay, yeah. Boom. There you go.
It's beautiful.
So
I'm gonna have my hands out like, what is this?
I'm you now. This is great.
That I'm you.
But it's very much y'all's voices.
We should go bug Grant, see if he notices.
We should. But we'll do the important stuff right after.
Yeah. This is key now.
Come on, Birdo, let's go.
Rock disguised as Al. You are still holding that little blue pebble. Or crystal, or pea, I should say. Sorry. I didn't mean to invoke the name of your familiar.
That's fine. Be like, Kalasor, can I keep this, or do you want it back?
We Davis gave you that, and we need to figure out what that is.
Right. Sorry, the blue, not the yeah.
And then he pokes you with the crystal, and nothing happens. You're just like, damn it.
So it is just me. Okay. Can you keep that away from me until I ask for it? I don't. That's some pure chaos. I don't like it.
We should.
I don't think I like it.
Be like, Counselor, give it to Al and see if he puts it in his pocket. If it's okay in his pocket.
Real quick, what were you casting Identify on? I'm sorry.
Yeah, the pebble in my hand.
The pebble in your hand. Okay, yeah, that takes about a minute, right? So we'll say that you finish the Identify, and then that allows you to shift. Because I'm assuming you didn't do the whole hour ritual. So mark up the spell slot for Identify. You see it. You don't know what it is, but like you do get the sense that this is. You get kind of like a sense and a vision, and you see. You see of individual, not one that you can make out or anything, but they're here and they kind of like planted this into the carving, and you then kind of just feel as if you have like little tendrils or little hairs just growing and spreading and going through the bowl and up the shaft, and little bits of like little beads and that are growing off of it and intertwining and going all the way up to the mill. This by all means was not a trap. This is the way that somehow they are actually siphoning the energies to the mills.
Is it still sort of like? Can I still feel magic coming out of it? Like,
It's very faintly magical. It's magical in nature. So yes, it is very much just like, I don't know a better way, like a D&D way to say it's a receiver.
Okay.
And you sense that the more and more it got, the more it like spread its roots throughout. And that's where the methods came from.
Yeah, so to be like, Al, these are what we need to find if we come back to their mills, and we need to destroy these. This is how she's doing her work.
Okay. So so that's the big thing. The crystals are just a byproduct?
Side effects?
So
Yeah.
Rock, so what you understand is The symbol is required because that's where like the magic is being siphoned to. The crystal is what grabs the energy and then does the effect. So it's a two-parter.
Okay. Can I destroy the thing in my hand?
Sure, go ahead and give me a strength check. Athletics if you're proficient in it, but I don't think you are. Actually, you might be. You're total.
It's not.
Not in athletics.
No.
So just strength is 12 total.
Yeah, you just needed a 10. You grind it to dust, and you feel just this little teeny tiny jolt, like when you like shock yourself on something.
Okay.
Is it gone? Did you just break it?
Yeah, these are how she's collecting her power. We need to. There's nothing good out of this thing.
And Cal's just was like, yeah, but this came from that. But it's different now, right? Like it's changed.
The crystal I don't fully understand. I think that we need to be careful when we are with that around the Hague. But I mean, right now it just seems fun.
Until then, though, we'll continue having fun with it, and I'm gonna try and grab it out of Cal's hand.
Okay. Yeah, he's not gonna, unless if you want him to, Rock. But I was gonna say he's not gonna withdraw or anything. He's just you grab it.
I was thinking if you put it in your pocket, that way, like if you ever need to like quickly disguise yourself, like put a hand in your paw somewhere you can reach it, right? And then boom, you're someone else.
I'm gonna give that a go if I can put in like a satchel on my right hip or something.
Yeah, so as Al disguises Rock goes to reach for it, your form shifts into a stout little female dwarf with dark black hair with some white tips growing in. You're wearing like a breastplate kind of thing, very detailed. You see, dwarven runes and glyphs upon it, a big old shield strapped to your back, and a warhammer on your side, and you go to grab it, it's there, and then you kind of reach and you reach for a pocket that's part of the illusion, and you're like, shit, where's my actual pocket? And then you're like, okay, there it is. You drop it on there. Your form doesn't shift.
Okay, so I'm still a dwarf.
Yeah, you're still a dwarf.
But at least I got these muscles.
Yeah,
I was gonna flex a bit.
yeah.
I'm gonna try to see if I can get the crystal back off me.
Yeah, you reach in it, you're holding it. You see this dwarven warrior like female, very Valhalla-esque, holding it. You even have like the horned helmet kind of strapped to like the back. And you're holding the crystal.
I'm gonna offer it back to Cal. Do you mind holding on to this for me until I need it, until we figure something else out?
Sure. You grab the crystal, and Al, you turn back to Rock.
Okay, serious business in a minute. We gotta go talk to the rest of the party.
Okay.
And wait, he's gonna stop real quick and hard stare Rock, yeah. Ragnar. We need to think of some really good stuff against Ragnar. We can do anything.
Oh shit! Fun. Yeah, we need to plan something elaborate. I owe him one. I think. I don't know. I don't know if I should prank Ragnar anymore. I may have upset him.
Oh, write the letter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I told anybody what the letter said, but was
it bad?
I don't know. I haven't done this before. I haven't traveled with people for very long, so I don't know if he's serious or not. I'll show Al the letter. Do you think he's serious? I'm really upset if he's serious.
Can I do anything to tell? I personally don't think so. Do I need to roll anything?
I mean, it's kind of hard. You could try inciting the letter. I mean, it's a written letter, and you kind of know Dragnar's personality as being kind of to the point.
Is the letter lying to me?
No. Dude, it seems like Dragnar was either pissed or just pulling his leg. You can't tell.
I don't know. I'm not very good at reading that dwarf.
we'll plan something elaborate if we ever see him again. But I need to find out if he's
Al, as a reminder, it says the letter to Rock. Your constant bullying has made me leave. I hope you're happy. Period.
Oh no. Yeah, I can't say for certain, Rock. It's I can't tell with this guy.
Right.
He's always full of surprises.
As you guys kind of prepare your little skit and act as you head down, Davis, were you doing anything?
I was just gonna head downstairs, I guess, see if I can find Grant and say we need to deal with the bodies.
Okay.
And I don't. You might know more about this than I would.
Gotcha.
Like
so,
you like flag me from the door of the windmill or whatever. and I
Yeah,
get up.
not out to Tommen, but I may, in my semi-distraught state, I may not be too discreet.
No, I'm probably like looking. Tommen and Marb were facing away, and I'm like looking back at the mill. So when I see you come out and you like nod to me or something, I'll get up and tell them I'll be right back, and then I walk over to you.
Okay, yeah, so what do we do with these two?
Well, Tommen says there's some kind of right. I broke the news to him, but he.
Oh, good, thank you.
Yeah, but there's something strange about him or his situation.
Oh yeah.
He's got tattoos, like a full member of this Children of the Bounty,
Where? I didn't see any tattoos.
and yeah, he had it on his shoulder, and it's
Oh.
kind of torn from his sleeve, and
Yeah.
I got a good look at it.
Oh.
Actually,
Okay. Do we need
it
to be
seems
worried?
like he was sent by the rest of the children to become a member of the mill. They sent him here, maybe to recruit Essos.
So do you think he made the markings on the bowl in there?
I don't know. He just seems like a regular person, though. Just another follower.
Yeah. Actually, out of character, didn't I like insight check when they were talking about it, and he seemed like he didn't know what was going on?
yes. So they genuinely, when you incited it, didn't seem to have any clue of any dubious activity or untoward or hidden nature.
Mm-hmm.
They were genuinely surprised to find
They
the
don't
car.
think they're doing magic, right? They don't think of themselves as doing magic rituals. They're just performing like regular religious rites, like not us to the lawbearer, but regular shopkeepers doing a daily prayer to the lawbearer. These guys are doing the same to the Mother of Harvests or whatever.
But then there's some other shit going on.
And it could be yeah. I mean, they could just be getting tricked, or I don't know. Grant does not know.
Is
He's
this
not
mother
sure.
like a trickster god or something? Like, I don't know anything about her. Like, would she do that?
No, I think she's new. I mean, these kinds of rituals that sanctify areas, those exist. We have one in Mysia. We call it the Lawbearer's Legacy. It's all the cities contribute divine casters to the temple to contribute to the legacy. It's a ritual that we have in the south.
Yeah, would that be like
It's
the
possible that
Pathmaker's
this mother's
rests? Like when we would, like where we
something
met?
similar. Yeah, it's the lawbearer helps us. It kind of tempers the weather. It allows harvests to occur in the south. Even the nomads will contribute a shaman to the temple. It's part of Mysia.
Huh.
But this
So should we
when I
honor
heard of the
should we honor whatever ritual that he's proposing then? Like, could that be dangerous?
that's what that's what I am afraid of. Where if these guys could be getting tricked by the hag for all that we know, right? Or maybe the mother can help us fight against the hags if she is truly blessing these lands.
Is he dangerous?
I don't think so.
Davis, as you ask, is he dangerous? You see him, back in a more distraught state. The calming effect that you were not here to witness, but only lasts for about a minute, and he's back to just, kind of crumpled in, sitting with his back against the part of the mill. His knees are up, his elbows are in it, his just kind of half sobbing, kind of breathing.
Yeah, and I think Marb might be consoling him, but I don't know. Like, I think there's some more to Marb that I don't know that I think might console him. I don't know.
Marb's kind of like there, buddy.
Yeah. Not like deep,
Yeah.
intimate, emotional,
Exactly.
Just like, it's okay, man.
Yeah. Both of you guys gotta look over. They both don't look like they're feeling very well either.
Yeah. Well, okay.
So.
I mean, either way, we need to do something with these guys. But we also need to. I think we need to get going too. So.
Yeah.
Let's maybe group up, figure out what we're doing.
Can't leave Tommen alone with the bodies. We should at very minimum help him there.
I have an idea. Well, no, sure. And I have an idea. If he wants to go into town, I have an idea. We can do something for him. We have a little bag that's got some donkeys in it that we can give him a donkey.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Wait, we're not gonna give him the bag. What?
No, we won't give him the bag. Just give him a donkey. And the donkey
Right.
disappears. Comes back to the bag.
All right. Marb's got the bag, right?
Yeah, Marb's got it. He's got it.
Excellent.
Okay, yeah, then I would just wait for everybody else.
A little bit of time passes, and then the group is able to reconvene. Marb is going to be sitting with Tommen outside in the shade, and y'all are essentially in the first floor landing area. Al, Rock, Calisor, Davis, Grant.
I might wave Marb over for this. I mean, he has a say. And we're going to ask to maybe use this bag.
You wave Marb. He notices you. He's like, you see him kind of put his hand on Tommen, kind of give him a pat, and starts walking, looks to him, nods, and continues.
Marb casts Hunter's Mark on Tommen. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know. Would that be something like even kind of useful?
I mean, Marb knows it'll help him track him.
Sure. Why not?
No escape.
Do you feel Hunter's Mark?
You kind of feel the sense of magic if you are attuned to magic. In this case, no, he's in a distraught state. He's not going to notice.
Okay.
So.
I feel like somebody's staring at us from behind or something.
It's kind of like you feel like a constant watching presence.
You'll have to mark a quarry you saw for me. Sorry.
All right. Query. So he's got one more left for the day, or for the long rest.
Right.
All right. So yeah, you guys.
Did Davis and I head inside then to?
Yeah, y'all are essentially all kind of gathered on the landing first, like that 15 by 45 foot section of wood on the first floor.
Okay, so we have to deal with Yusa and Dorian. But before we figure that out, where are we going next? Are we going to be looking for other things like this at Mills, or are we going to Deep Root? What are we doing, guys? What's the move?
Oh, I forgot to add something. Sorry. No, that was out of character. Sorry.
Gotcha.
Grant's probably like, I don't think we can be bouncing around from mill to mill if the hags are attacking us. We should probably be trying on to Deep.
Yeah, Julian's supposed to be here tonight too.
Care of the
You're doing a little bit of the lag effect, Angie, but we got you. You heard. Should be on our way to Julian and to Deep Root.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's the gist of it.
Yep.
Should we try and send Tom into town, let him know what happened here, and let them know what to look for?
You guys,
at the mill.
I mean, we should ask him.
Al, and he's speaking with Rock's voice.
Wait. God
What?
damn it, guys! What are you doing? Who is who? Like, what's going on? This sounds weird.
I'm gonna do my best Rock impression.
Go ahead and give me performance check again.
Yeah, I'll do my best Al impression when I say that.
I guess
you capture yourself, Rock, like mid talking. You're like, so both of y'all can give me performance checks.
That doesn't beat my passive insight.
No.
Oh, good. -2. Yeah, so no 7.
Yeah, no. All of
It's
them.
just me.
Your voices are off this time.
Yeah, real funny.
It's just me, guys. I don't know.
It's me, Dimitri.
Hello.
Oh shit.
Is you good friend Rock? Hello. Raku.
Can you go back to whatever you're supposed to be? Like, I want to know who's talking. This is whatever. Yeah, so
We need your help, magic guy. We need your help.
Whoa.
it's a shell game. Like, listen, I'm sorry there were 3 of me earlier, but can you just be the ones of you now, please? I didn't have control over that. You guys, I guess, probably have control over this. I hope. Yeah, no.
Figure it out.
As far as we, if he has a place to stay in town, I imagine he doesn't want to be here. So, Marb, if you don't mind, we could use one of the brays and get him to town. I think, right?
You would be able to get him halfway.
Oh yeah. Well, shit. He can get halfway. We can tell him to get halfway. Actually, if it goes like all out, would it not?
Yeah. I mean, he would still have. I mean,
It'd be close. Yeah. We can get him close to town. We can get him most of the way to town.
No, I believe the bray I have to check the item real quick.
I think it's
but
8
believe the bray
hours.
lasts 8 hours, and if it's hoofing it, remember it took y'all 2 days to get up here.
Oh, I thought it was just like a little over a day. Never mind.
It took you. Y'all were hoofing it yourselves, traveling extra, and it took you a day and like a half to get here.
Oh shit.
So I mean, he can make a far,
Yeah,
a decent distance if he's like booking it the entire time.
we can get him. I mean, he may have some supplies here. We can, if he wants to go, we have a way of helping him get there. But nevertheless, let's figure out what are we doing. Are we going to the deep route like Grant suggests, and like I think too? Because again, Julian will be here at around sundown, which will be in what 6 to 7 hours or something from now probably.
Something like that, yeah.
So we have some time if we wanted to look for anything nearby, we could, but after that, I think we make our way out, right?
I think we mostly take a direct route to meet Julian, and if there's anything like on the way there that we can stop and investigate, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I think this tower is key because there's just too many mills to. And if we send Tom into town, we can at least tell the town guys if they've been in despair, they can come try and inspect them. But
that sounds like a good idea.
Right, we learned what we needed to learn, so we'll just write him a letter to take to town that basically says exactly what they need to look for, and that they need to have capable people looking.
Do you
what started the attack? Because I wasn't doing anything when it happened. So do we know what started the attack so we can warn them about that?
I tried to invoke the lawbearer's magic to dispel to dispel magic from the room essentially.
Yeah, we were trying to deactivate the little crystal thing that I gave you guys, and then it just went exploded, and all those little shard thingies came out.
Are these the work of the hags? Do you guys, are they similar to any of the things you read or visions that you guys were looking at?
Yeah, it's 100% the hags.
Yeah, it lines up too well.
Yeah, even when I went and looked at the symbol afterwards, even I recognized it from when these guys were looking at those scrawlings. I didn't really help them much, but I saw them and it did look like it.
There's a symbol too. Okay.
Yeah. Like, so the crystals were sitting on top of some other symbol. It's kind of beat the fuck up now, though. Like, I gave it a real good whacking.
Was it
Okay, and
anything
that's what the
like
that's what the little
the
blue thing came
carving
from.
upstairs? Does it similar to the carving upstairs at all? Or
You talking about the wood carving?
the carving that the harvest mother whatever carving that they did on the wall?
Yeah, so it's on this one. You're looking at it. It's the wood. This is more just like them
Yeah,
kind
that
of
was like a
depicting.
fresco almost, right?
Yeah, kind of
Uh,
practices of this. Davis, you would be able to say like, well, it just looked like it was someone that carved a symbol in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you would say like, oh, like an arcane symbol, I think.
Yeah, basically.
But it's not there yet. Like the way that he mentioned it, like he destroyed that portion of the other part of the bowl to be able to get that little pebble out or the little
Is my
pea.
glaive still glowing at this point, actually?
I know at this point it's been enough time where
Okay.
it's not as searing hot, and unfortunately your friends were goofing around upstairs, so they weren't.
Yeah, and I
Their
wasn't
perception wasn't
focusing on
enough
it.
to notice it. Yeah. So
You bunch of slapdicks.
yeah, they all got a -5 on their passive perception because of disadvantage because they were goofing around.
Crap. Sorry, guys.
Barth.
It's okay.
You're good.
Yeah, so I'll say that there was a symbol that looked like something from there, but it's beat to shit now.
Davis, you're fairly confident if you were to see it again, you could probably point it out, though.
Could I draw it if I wanted to? Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I could get out some.
It's not that complex of a
Yeah,
symbol. You might
okay.
miss like one or the strikings or something, but it's
Sure.
not.
Just for like documentation's sake, I'll be like, here, let me mark down what it looked like so that we can just have it.
the figure eight with
Make
the
sure it's
blue
not something.
in the middle.
Make sure it's something we can easily destroy in case it's a full incantation. I don't know how much you saw.
I mean, it's just gonna be on a piece of parchment or something. I've got several
Perfect.
pieces.
Yeah, it's almost like a
Similar to the
battered
rooms
vest
in
or
the
a broken
sewers that we
figure.
saw.
Stylistically,
Yeah, I guess so.
like if you were to like look at like a like the Cyrillic alphabet, that those letters all kind of belong together. Yes,
Right.
you would know that this belongs to that.
What was the question? Belongs to what?
They
Like-
they're kind of similar to the runes that in the sewer that we found in the hag's little lair room.
Are they at all similar to the ones that we saw in the shiny house in around Volpine?
Tiny house.
The house with the shinies in it?
Oh no,
Simon's
no,
house.
This is different.
Okay.
But this is very much, like what I was saying. You might have missed it, Davis, if it got cut out or something. But it's like if you look at the Cyrillic alphabet, you know that those letters belong there. You look at Sanskrit, you know that those belong there.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
got that.
it's similar. Yeah. So, you guys. Some time has passed at this point. It's been probably about 30 minutes of investigating, messing around, comforting Tommen, discussing your plans.
So I would go and talk to Tommen and say like, hey, once we take care of your friends, I assume you don't want to stay here, right? Do you live here?
This has been my home since I started here.
Do you have any other place that you could go? Any nearby?
No. I'd stay over, and he kind of points, and you see that there's a couple other like very basic straw-topped like structures that assemble like just basically like cubed homes made of dirt and wood.
So, are you okay staying here, or do you need some other place to go? Because we can provide you with, a means of transportation for a little bit if you want to go to Green Hill or anywhere else that might be close by. I don't know. If nothing else, the Adventurers League would probably help you out if we sent word.
No, I'm supposed to stay here, and the mill's still working. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You can see like he's confused. His emotions are still not solidifying.
Do you have any family nearby or at all?
Hmm, no, not nearby. Listen, uh, I came here. I was, you know, spreading the word with one of the sisters. And,
Is there anywhere you could go that would where they could help you?
I mean, they come in every once in a while to check and bestow their blessings, and
Surely they've got some sort of temple or something in Green Hill you could find refuge in,
I
right?
hear that they have a presence, but I don't know of any temples. The mother is, her. You don't want to hear it.
No, no, I mean, it's okay.
All of this is her temple. All of it has her bounty. The river, the land, she she gave part of herself to, make it flourish and blossom.
Well, I wonder if somebody may have corrupted some of her work here, and maybe that's what happened. But, we're working that out still.
Or sabotaged it.
Yeah, no, it definitely could have been that.
She's a good. She's good.
Yeah, so that's what I hear. And you seem like a good person, so what can we do to help you out? If you need somewhere to go, we can help you get there. If you want to stay here, that's fine. We'll help fix stuff up, but we're going to be leaving here later today.
My friends, they would have wanted to be laid to rest in the temple. Can we please?
In the temple, you mean just like here, and then I'll just like motion to the ground nearby, somewhat callously.
Yeah, he nods. Like, yes.
Oh,
So
sure, absolutely, we can help with that.
thank you. I'm trying to tell myself this isn't y'all's fault.
Believe me, I'm trying to tell myself the same thing too. We still haven't exactly figured out how this all happened yet, but it's our mission now to figure this out. We didn't seek out to hurt anyone.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. 20 total.
Yeah, I doubt he's gonna. He's rolling at disadvantage.
Oh yeah, he's still poisoned.
Yeah, he's. You guys seemed like assholes at the beginning.
Oh no, that's correct. We are assholes. But we're not unkind assholes. We're crass. That's why we're the Crass Menagerie.
Okay.
But we do want to help, so me and Grant or somebody, I don't know. So we'll get some muscle. We'll get our shoulders and get to prepare the temple for your friends.
Okay. There's a.
Yeah. Is there any specific
supply
spot?
shed over, and he kind of goes, and I would kind of imagine you kind of walk with him to the supply shed.
Sure.
It's not too far. It's a few hundred feet. And he opens it up. Simple tools, it's a couple shovels he grabs out.
Oh, these will be great. Perfect.
And so yeah, it's like,
Yeah, I don't know who else is. We lost our beefy boys.
yeah.
So I don't know who would be the other strongest person to help me out. Although I guess Calisor could wild shape and do it.
Yeah.
Ooh, giant badger. The digs or a giant.
You can turn into a warthog or a boar and start rooting the ground. But yes, so time will pass. I will say
Stegosaurus, very common dinosaur.
Yeah. You guys can benefit from a short rest through all this, if you wish. So
even as I'm digging.
Yeah, but this is before you guys start digging. This is like
okay,
all
sure.
this, you know.
How long will it take him to dig? Like, say, an hour?
Ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy. I mean, people don't realize
It
digging
takes-
a hole is
Digging is
hard.
hard, yeah.
I will do my best to get Pebble back in that time then. I have
Okay.
one.
I gotta ask.
Good, we're digging a hole.
Okay, we'll get to that now. So you guys kind of with Tommen, he'll kind of say this is a good spot, and it's under one of the pine trees that grows here. And you guys kind of mark it off. Marv is just kind of taking it easy, and actually at one point he just kind of climbed up to the top of the second story of the mill, and he's just kind of sitting on the outside, just kind of being a lookout and just taking it easy because he's starting to feel a little bit better, but not great. Once the kind of group gathers, who's going to actually like try to get the bodies or?
I'll do it for sure.
Yeah, I'll help with that too.
Okay.
I'll pick up one of them.
So, as Davis, you go to Yusa, and Grant, you go to Dorian's, as you think. You know, it's at this point they're not recognizable.
Because yeah, it's pretty delicate. Could we use like bedrolls or something?
Yeah, I was actually thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
Get
you can
some
guys.
sheets or something from upstairs.
Or yeah,
Yeah.
if there's any sort of bedding or something. It sounded like there might not have been.
Yeah, there was some basic sheets, so
Okay.
Tommen will kind of help with that. You guys are able to do that. Kalasor is able to rest and regain his wild shaping abilities. Like I said, Marv is up top, kind of resting.
He probably
But
saw the
as
hay
you-
and is just like, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, not all the way up there, but he's kind of like more on the roof. But just kind of keeping an eye out, and you see he's still focusing on Tommen. But as you guys kind of go, and very delicately, you guys manage to interact with the corpses, the husks, get them, and it takes a little bit of effort and coordination. Cal and at this point, the illusions would have faded. Al and Rock are kind of all helping you kind of get the bodies up. And can all of you make me a perception check? Please. We don't have to worry about Marb and Cal, just you guys. Let's take this. Okay. Okay.
15 total.
15. Davis, Al, and Rock, and Tommen as well, I think. I mean, check. Yeah. Yeah, and Tommen for sure. You hear some voices from down below where you guys had moved individuals. And you hear them, ah!
Does the voices sound familiar?
Yeah, y'all recognize the voices.
Of the two people that we were burying.
The two peoples whose bodies you're moving. And as you look and peer over, they're kind of, you know, protecting themselves, and then nothing happens, but you see this, like, you actually see the wave of fire, but it's the same kind of bluish spectral effect. And every once in a while, they kind of, this images of these two individuals just kind of like, you know how when there's like a bad reception and it kind of like very quickly jolts and static and twitches a little bit? And then they're like, is everything, did it all, and they just kind of jolt, did it all, is it clear?
Yeah,
Tommen?
whatever. If I'm holding the body, I'll immediately drop it.
Yeah, you drop it.
It's just like, yeah, we cleared everything. Good to see you guys made it. How are you feeling?
What am I holding?
You are you still holding it, Grant?
I am still holding it. Now I'm staring at it though. I'm just like looking at it like what the hell?
It is a charred corpse. And as you kind of look over, anyone that's trained in religion or proficient in religion, you can go ahead and give me a check. Al, you're jack of all trades, so you can also do it.
Ugh, 11.
11,
14 total.
14.
Sorry, what were
Al,
you saying, Davis?
these are spirits, ghosts, apparitions.
Oh,
Mhm.
uh-oh. This is the first time I've seen this as far as I remember.
And they start like walking over to the ladder, and they go, and you can see that they.
I'm gonna try and like just put my hand on one of them, like for one because it looks fucking weird.
Yeah, as you do, you just pass through it, and you see. Are you doing Dorian or Yusa?
I mean, I was just gonna do whoever's closer, but Dorian, just for fun.
Okay, so let's say yeah, Dorian's got the one that's you pass through. He's like, ah, it's cold, and it's freezing cold. Roll me a d100.
Oh shit.
40.
40.
I don't have the table open. Where'd it go?
I have it. If it's the wild
Okay.
magic table,
Yeah.
I regain 2d10 hit points.
All right. It's like eerily cold, but you're. That was refreshing.
Shouldn't have spent my hit die. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like a spearmint effect, you know, like through your entire body. Like,
Minty fresh.
how did you do that? What happened? And you kind of see now he's kind of realizing that something's off.
Dorian.
Yeah.
I think I have bad news for you. And which one was I holding? Was it?
You were Yusa.
Oh, okay. I'd be like, I think that might be you over there. And I'll point to what Grant's holding.
And you see him.
I have bad news. You guys didn't make it.
Oh, jeez.
You just see him like his expression. He twitches, and then all of a sudden he's just like over there. And then he's just looking,
and he lays the body down carefully.
And he just looks at you, and you just see this like sheer look of confusion, and then essentially what be like if you got like a brain freeze. He's like, ah! Grant, go ahead and roll me a wild magic surge.
Alright, I've got the table open, so I'll tell you what it is. 98. All right.
Oh.
You're surrounded by faint ethereal music for the next minute.
In this case, it's very like.
It's a dirge.
Yeah, it's a dirge.
Anyone else here? Or does it just me?
Everyone hears it.
We all heard it. And you heard it before around me. Well, not that music, but you heard faint music around me earlier.
Right.
And you just see like you see the specter, let's call it, of Dorian like, kind of then just like calm down. Go ahead and give me, I guess, anyone that is proficient in insight, you can give me an insight. Grant, because it is directly in front of you, you can do it at advantage. And Yusa is like starting to rush up the ladder too.
The spirit of Yusa's climbing the ladder?
Yeah.
14 total.
Wow, a lot of these people are doing 14. You have like 3 14s.
14 as well.
Okay.
This is not normally what happens to people when they die in this universe, right? They don't come back as spirits all the time. We're not in Bleach or whatever.
No, yeah, they're not like, they don't come back as spirits or hollows or anything. And then
I'm gonna stand by Grant and mage hand through Dorian.
And I don't know if you saw my note, but I said I would definitely
Please
try
don't
to touch
fireball.
I would try to touch Yusa as well.
Okay, so as the mage hand goes, mage hand is, spectral, and I believe it can pass through objects. You can correct me if I'm wrong to read the description.
It can manipulate objects, though.
It can manipulate objects.
Oh no, yeah. So yeah, you touch him, and then it touches him. He's he feels it. And are you touching him, or are you like trying to put your hand through him, Davis?
I guess kind of through. Like I'm more of like a poke, I guess. Just to see
Yeah,
if
if you go
he's.
for the poke, yeah, you go through, and it does, and he's just like, you just see his like expression go like angry. Just,
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I
and
had to
then
check.
automatic surge.
Yeah, of course. I only did it because last time I didn't do anything that like was bad, so I was like, sure, why not? 96. So that is. Oh, we gain vulnerability to piercing. Me and all creatures within 30 feet of me gain vulnerability to piercing damage for the next minute.
At this point, it's all of you
Okay.
guys. Yeah. So yeah, with that insight check, you guys kind of get the sense that maybe confronting them with what has happened or confirming to them causes some sort of adverse reaction in their psyche, and then it triggers a surge.
Spirits. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be trying to remind them of what happened. I guess it's
Yeah, Grant, what do
kinda
we do about
dangerous.
this? Like, where do they go? What do we do?
Yusa kind of like Dorian hasn't moved because he is, but Yusa kind of goes and is like, Taman, why is the nothing grinding in the mill? Taman, we have work to do.
We should perform the rites. Right. We should take them outside, perform the rites, help the spirits move on. I don't feel right about dispersing them by force, considering what happened to them. That doesn't feel right.
No, they don't seem like a threat.
But spirits, the longer they linger, they easily become threats. So we should take care of their bodies right away.
Sure, and then I'll pick up whatever is left of like the crumbled bits of Yusa that I dropped.
Get a broom, sweep them all back together. Yeah, so we take them outside and start digging, I guess. I actually think we could ask Calisor if he has a form or if there's a creature that he can call that can maybe help us.
Sure.
Dig a proper grave for them.
What's the max CR? I can look for things with dig speeds if you want.
Choose. No, I can improvise one if I need to. I'm just looking.
He transforms into Morocco mole, fez and all.
He unfortunately does not have a in his list that he gave me, but he does have one of these.
I mean, yeah, Badger is a tiny beast that he could do, but that's.
Yeah, but it's not on his list of that he's exposed to.
Oh, that's right. He has to know it.
Spit on our hands, dig normally.
Yeah. He turns into a large boar though. That'll help. And
we all go. Ah, shit! It's a quad bear pig.
Yeah, but as you guys are like getting ready for this, and Tom, because y'all are still in, and Tommen's there, he's like, Yusa, why are you?
Tommen, it's not
green.
It's.
But he said I gotta get to the working on the mill. I'm gonna.
He's
and he kind of just
not real clear on what happened to Tommen. I think they're confused. Tommen
just kind of tries to walk by you, and I gotta get to work. It's his mill. He's the boss.
I'm not gonna
kind of grab him by the shoulder.
Okay, yeah, Grant. Here, I'm gonna move Cosworth. Managed to grab him by the shoulder.
Try and tell him, we have something more important than the work inside. I need your help to perform the rites correctly. Come on. You've been a member of the Bounties family for long enough. You know this. I need your help.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Relatively lower DC because you mentioned some things that make sense.
Nice.
He's like,
I punch him in the face.
Hold on. Can I use my bravura for this as a reaction?
He's
forget
not
how.
doing it at disadvantage, and it's.
Oh, that's right. It's only a disadvantage. Never mind.
And it's not like he's doing really anything opposed in this case.
That's what I was thinking it was.
Yeah. It is. It isn't like truly opposed. Like I would override. I'd say like no. This is just to see if he can sway him.
Right.
He's like, listen. Maybe this is the mother keeping them doing their job, their duty. And then, like, this entire time, Dorian still has not moved. He's just there. But Yusa seems to be, like, going on like life is normal. Like, that little...
The spirit is just doing his shit.
Yeah, doing his shit, continuing, like, acknowledging y'all. He's like, excuse me. I gotta get to... Excuse me. Thank you. Tommen, I'm gonna go up and get the... See if I can clear out the gears. It seems like there's something... Because, you know... Doing... And Tommen just seems... Calsor and Grant, y'all are insightful enough to know that he's happy to... In this state, he's broken. He's just happy to have...
Yeah, he's in shock still.
Yeah. So he's going down. He's trying... Kind of shoves by you in a sense. Goes down the ladder and is just starting to try to tinker. He doesn't necessarily... He knows how to repair the mill to an extent. So he's trying to repair the mill. Trying to get it to run more smoothly because it's still been grinding like... So...
Well, Davis, we should probably... I mean, he showed us the spot before. Let's at least, put these bodies in the ground.
Yep. Definitely. And I would say I thought we would dig first and then come and get the bodies, but...
Oh, yeah, we can do it that way, too.
Okay, if that's what you wanted to do. So yeah, Calusor would have done... I'm not going to, like, retroactively worry about the time.
Right.
Let's just say it takes the group about an hour to get an appropriate double plot, right?
Yep.
So it's there. Y'all had been kind of tired. Marb, at this point, actually... No, Tommen would have lost his poison because he had the short duration on this poison. So Tommen is starting to feel better and move a bit faster. Rock and Al, are you guys doing anything while this staticky nonsense is happening?
I poked Dorian a couple times with the mage hand, fascinated that it seems like the mage hand can touch him.
Yeah, like, as long as you're not trying to poke through him, you're fine. Like, as long as it's just, patting him, tapping him, you're good.
I'll be like, that's kind of interesting, and then I'm gonna go sit somewhere quiet and try and get Pebble back.
Okay, I would say that if you have the components, I trust you, mark them off. You will definitely have enough time to set up your little brazier with your incense and charcoal and open your unreadable book to the page that you have now basically transcribed to mean this is Pebble. This is like your anchor point to Pebble. And as you're going through it and doing the ritual, you're starting to kind of grow accustomed to the symbology, the different arcane circles and all this now are starting to make sense, and they lightly start to glow and lighten up as you're getting closer and closer to completing the ritual, and then a full, and it starts to, and you close the book. And then in the brazier, as you have all the things, burning and the smells, it's not terrible, right? It's incense. And you kind of scoop your hands in there and it doesn't burn you, and you kind of cup it and it forms an egg-like shape, and then you kind of open it and Pebble flies out.
Hooray,
Lands on your shoulder.
Get that token out of here.
Okay, I just for record keeping, I have enough incense for one more, but I'm out of charcoal again. So.
Okay, I would say... Okay, I know this is up to you. If you gather kind of some of the remains, you'll definitely have enough charcoal with the stuff upstairs to have enough for another. It's up to you.
The remains of the two people?
Some of the remains of the two people, yeah.
Nope, especially not with ghosts around.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, no. I'm happy I have Pebble, and
you can start becoming the necromancer you always dreamed you wanted to be.
It's time. It's a calling.
the ghosts are already here. You can practice 2 types of undead bindings.
Okay.
I'm gonna just go try. After that, I would just go talk to the ghosts and just see if I can find out why Dorian's just standing there.
So as you guys kind of remove the bodies away from him, Dorian kind of snaps back into it, and he starts. Oh yeah, you're the annoying one that was blocking the way. Stop blocking the way. We got work to do. Yusa, I'm coming up. And he just starts acting normal again.
I'll leave him alone.
Al, anything from you?
Before the ethereal music started playing, I planned to do some songs for the funeral, for the burial.
Okay.
After all the spirit stuff started happening and I heard screaming, I'm going to try to, from the spirits, I'm going to try to actively avoid them and sneak out and see if I can help Davis at all.
Okay. How are you trying to sneak out on the,
just out? I don't mind being spotted. I just don't want to touch them.
Gotcha.
Like let them pass and then walk past them.
So interesting enough, as they pass you, you feel that weird sensation in your skin again, and those that are in the room with you, you shift into an old, hunchbacked human male with a really long, thick beard, really elegant, intricate like robes. Got a couple like a very heavy chain that comes down to a big book, and you got a cane, and you start walking. And then as you kind of get out of about a 15-foot proximity of one of them, you back to Al.
Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna try and get outside slightly faster.
Yeah. So Al, you understand that these guys are very chaotic in nature.
I'm gonna go outside for some fresh air, and if Cal or Rock go outside, I'll start talking to them. But otherwise, I'll see if I can offer Davis a hand.
Okay.
I'm just I had all that time, so I think I'm still just chilling inside.
Okay. So you guys managed to get the bodies as best as you can over to the plots, and as you start to lay them in, you hear the like Yusa and Tommen and Dorian all communicating and yelling, and as working essentially. As you go to put them into the earth, what are you guys doing, if anything?
Let's say grab a
Taking out
shovel
some holy water, and I'm pouring holy water. I'm going to use one of our portions of holy water and pour it on each of them.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I guess once they're in the plots, I would be like, so do we cover them up now, or what? What's the rights that they need to grant?
I don't know the specifics of these children of the harvest. He said there was. He just said this is their temple, right? And something like that.
I mean, I have a weird idea.
We just bury them as pretty normal.
We gotta go ask them. Is that a dumb idea?
I don't think Tommen's even.
Not them. Not
his
him.
mind is not with us at the moment.
I meant the other two.
Oh, they might actually just ask them as in like regularly ask them the question. Okay, sure, that might work.
Okay.
There's no. It's a little strange. Are they changing colors? And I look over and it's like, is he pink now? What is going on with these spirits?
Yeah, you definitely notice that they're just kind of going through that prismatic shift every once in a while.
Is that not normal? I mean, this whole thing doesn't seem normal, but is that like even less normal?
I've never seen undead that do that.
Are the spirits within earshot of us?
I would imagine at this point, y'all have all basically headed out to the plots, and you left them kind of working. And as you kind of have them there, Grant, you kind of start splashing holy water. You just hear them communicating and talking, and the mill is basically operating. You hear Tommen even calling. He's like, "I think I got it a little bit better." Yeah.
Okay, then kind of on the down low, I'd let Grant and Davis know. And Cal's there too. I think it has to do with all the chaotic energy. I've never seen spirits before. Grant, have you? Like this?
Not like I've seen the spirit before, but nothing like this. Just hanging around, just apparitions, just hanging around. Nothing crazy like these guys.
So when I try to walk past them, I transformed again, just like the crystal. Grant, you weren't there. There's a lot of chaotic energy in this house, and it's messing with me real bad. So I think they're
Maybe you should
imbued with
stay
it. I don't
outside.
know if it's. I don't mind that at all, but I don't know if they're spirits and the chaos.
They were killed by the chaos magic. It's possible. It had a strange effect on their bodies, on their spirits, on their souls.
Grant, I will tell you. I'm not gonna make you roll a religion check, but they seem to be trapped, kind of like imprisoned by the chaotic energies.
It's almost like they're haunting the mill, though. You know, you've seen spirits. They don't usually have a lot of memory. That's why they stick around a home that they're. This is similar to that. You know, sometimes you have to banish spirits because they've died a very violent death, something like that. This is, I guess, this is kind of like that, except with chaotic magic versus the angst and pain of a spirit trapped at home.
I did not expect this funeral to go this way.
So if we do the rites, that doesn't just make them like go away.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I was going with the holy water. I thought maybe we consecrate their grave, might release their spirit. But if it's the chaos magic in the mill, we might actually have to. I don't even know. Rock, Al, do you guys know how we could dispel this chaos magic in the mill? I don't know.
I mean, last time we tried to dispel anything, that
No, yeah, last time we tried to dispel it, we kind of killed them. I mean, the magic killed them, but
yeah,
yeah, I kind of killed them. Yes.
It's true. It's canon.
So, really quick, because you guys are still doing this over where the plot is, right?
Yeah.
You know, y'all are all proficient in perception, so all of you roll me perception checks.
Okay.
Uh,
18.
6. Do you want me to roll one for Marb?
If you wish to, you don't have to. Like at this point, I don't mind if we don't. I mean, you guys, because I mean, I'm gonna tell y'all also. So yeah, so, Grant, Al. It's basically Davis is the only one that's really because he's kind of out of focus, and you hear like a sizzling sound coming from below in the plots. And then Al, you kind of have the intuition to kind of look behind back towards the mill, and there is just a disco effect of lights. Just it's just oranges, pinks, fuchsias, violets, blues, just anywhere that it can, and then you just hear Tommen, or you think it's Tommen, just yell and scream. And then
would we have all heard the scream?
Yeah, then it'll break through. Like it'll be.
I will immediately run to Tom and wherever, because I'm still in the mill, right?
Yeah, as you kind of turn towards and you start kind of heading towards the mill rock, you just feel this like wave of boom, boom, like a blast wave. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, funsies.
Run at the bomb. Charge.
Do you have portents? I don't know.
Yeah, they weren't good.
Ah,
portents for
okay.
me.
Gotcha.
Constitution saving?
Yep.
Oh, good. +6 then. So, math hard. 15.
15. You take
10,000 chaos damage.
4 points of force damage, and you're knocked back and prone 20 feet. As this wave kind of impacts you, and you just go flying back.
Ow. Okay.
You guys all see Rock just kind of come tumble because you were not completely inside, right?
I thought I'd know because I had stayed in the mill that's where I was for Pablo.
Okay, where were you? First floor, second floor?
I would have just been on the main floor.
Yeah, main floor. So yeah, you basically what you would have seen when the lights kept strobing. Sorry, I missed that. So like Rock, kind of backtracking for a second, you just see all of a sudden this like cacophony of lights coming through, and you just see like impossibly fast moving, static, jolting Yusa and Dorian rush towards Tommen and like jump inside of him essentially. And you just see Tommen just yell and scream with agony and pain and kind of collapse. And then what clothing he had kind of billows up, and that blast wave came. And as you get like knocked back, you see this strobing individual. I wish I had a better asset for him, but it's like a hollowed out humanoid specter kind of just floating there, but it's like going just every few seconds it just shifts in those like light electric blue color, that jade green color, that hot orange, that fuchsia pink. And it sees you, and I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Again.
Oh, sorry, no, it's not a Constitution saving throw. Sorry, I forgot. I rolled this. Sorry.
You roll an 8.
I rolled an
You
8.
really-
Okay.
Nice.
With modifiers, that is nope, not enough to hit you. You see this like entity, and like lunges his hands forward, and this morphing prismatic color beam just goes flying towards you, and you kind of do this and duck it. It goes over your already down self, and you see just this sickening like blight take an effect onto the wood.
Okay, I yell out, guys, it's some spooky shit. Get your guards up. Help.
Yeah, all
I
right.
think we're already all running in, right?
Yeah, you guys were starting to like kind of move and you saw the strobe, and then that wave came. It wasn't enough to knock y'all, but you definitely felt this like weird
Push.
yeah. So yeah. Let's do give me one moment, please.
Sure.
Where is my build-up music? There it is. Boop. Is music working for y'all tonight? Because I'm actually not hearing it very well.
It just now started.
Oh, I've been hearing it for a while.
Okay.
When you originally said you didn't hear music and you said mills, 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 then I started hearing music.
Okay, cool. All right. Combat trucker.
I'm gonna relog. I'm not hearing it.
I had to turn the volume up a bit though. That helped.
That might be it. Let me try a louder one here. This one usually is pretty loud.
I see 2 now playing at the same time.
Yeah,
Oh, there
there
it
you
is.
Okay, cool. So sorry. So yeah, just again, imagine this like, again, you don't see it yet, but just for the sake of description, Rock, what you see is this humanoid, a little bit larger figure, in just different types of robing, but it's just a prismatic spectrum. You don't see a face. That's like, it's blacked out, but it's like staticky in there. So let me get the tracker up. Running. If I can find it. Go. This.
Are we rolling for initiative?
You guys are welcome to.
Okay. do Marvin Calisor, I think.
All right.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh wow, fast
What
cleric.
is that, a 19? Yeah, I was gonna say it has to be a 19, right?
Hell yeah.
Oh, look at Calisor. Hell yeah. And Rock. What the heck?
Watch Marb roll low. I'm gonna laugh.
Ah,
He is
lowest.
poisoned. Lowest, yeah.
Oh yeah, he is poisoned.
Yeah. So let me roll one more time. What's his current one? Sorry, 15.
Yeah,
I'll
15's
just roll a
great.
d20 here and see if it's lower. No, it would have been higher. So 15 is his. All right. Spectre is. Did I add him to the tracker? I did not. That's
Well, if we murdered the Spectre, at least we don't have to worry about, Tommen anymore.
Hey, Adam, just to be clear, before stuff goes down, you did say earlier we had time for short rest, right?
Yes, y'all had a short rest.
Okay.
Because this has been quite a few hours, like getting. Oh, and I need to give you Pebble back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Pebble.
So is Cal still a boar?
Yeah, he can be in that shifted form for
Right.
quite some time.
Nice.
He never reverted back. So I'm gonna knock you down to a 17, Grant, because Rock has a higher dex.
Sure.
Y'all all rolled like in a cluster. Damn, nice. Okay.
I will muster top 3. Might as well. Calisor, Rock, Grant.
All right. So Calisor, Rock, and Grant. Please remember that you guys, whatever benefits from your proficiency bonus, so it's +3, now gets an additional +3 for against anything that hasn't acted in this turn yet. In this
I'll
combat.
paste it.
Yep. Oh, I forgot to remove these guys because now these guys are in the dirt. Oop.
Actually, I can't see Rock yet because we're not in the building yet, right?
No, yeah, Rock is legit just.
So then Cal, Grant, and me.
Okay. The plot wasn't too far away, so if you guys, I had already started running, you will be able to kind of pile in there however you wish or do whatever. So, everyone's situated. Cal will bonus action. Oh, actually, does anyone want to run Cal, or do you guys just want me to run him?
I kind of thought CJ was running him.
Okay.
Oh, am I?
I mean, you don't have to.
I can pull it up.
I can help you with this wild shape if you need something. I'll tell you right now, he is a quarter rating creature. And he can shift into a 1 rating creature, so he's pretty low right now.
So he does still have a shift left, though?
Yeah, because you gotta rest him.
Okay, what are his 1 rating creatures? Sorry, I don't.
The 1 rating creatures that I have on his sheet, he's got his.
The dino.
He's got his brown bear, his clawfoot, his I don't remember how to say it properly, Deinonychus, his giant spider, his giant hyena, his giant toad, his moorbounder.
Let's things fast. Has he seen it yet? He hasn't seen it, right?
No, he just heard the sound and heard felt the trickling of the wave as it passed through.
Okay, switch him to a moorbounder because I don't know if he can get in there quickly.
All right. I will look up moorbounder. If you could look up moorbounder in D&D Beyond as well, just so you have the.
Yeah.
And I will change them in a second. It just takes a moment. What the heck? Why isn't it finding moorbounder? That's weird. All right, I'll find it in a second.
I pasted it
All right,
in
so
Roll20.
thanks.
Oh.
I gotta find the token. 1 second. Random size, cute side. He is a boar. He is now a moorbounder, and
Large.
moorbounders are large. And they move at 70 feet. So yeah, he's able to.
Can he even fit in the door?
They're large. They're not huge,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
Wow,
they are large. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, Calisaur kind of with a grunt starts, and his form just quickly expands and takes on this like darker form, and starts, and he leaps in there, and he's able to see the specter kind of just floating.
Is he? Am I able to get? Or is he able to get close enough to do a claw attack on it?
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, he'll definitely be able to. He's fast. He's a speedy boy. I will say, because you're not too
His
familiar.
magical weapons now too. Is that right?
Hmm.
His animal attacks now count as magical weapons.
Do. Because TJ, you're not necessarily the most familiar with his character. I'm gonna say that he expended a charge of his herd soul. So instead of having a Moorbounder form with 30 hit points, he's got one with 48 hit points. Just gets max.
Okay.
So, but yeah, you're able. So it's a d20 plus 6 as you go to swipe.
Yeah, he ended up at 12 total.
12 total. Yeah, as he goes, he's the specter. Okay, that's all his movement to get there. He can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's +9 to hit because of the double
Oh.
proficiency.
Proficiency on this beast would be.
Oh yeah, that's probably just 2. Then.
I gotta say, yeah, it's a 2. So 2 more would still miss.
Oh, okay. He may not be the best person to do that too. Sorry, should have given it to Marb. That's okay.
Yeah, that'd be it for them then. So just stay there in range. And now it's me. Okay, I guess I stand up, and I will immediately just throw a firebolt at it. See if I can hit it.
Okay. As you stand up, you feel like this huge form of Calisaur's Moorbounder form leap over, and you see it just slash. Spectre shifts back. You release your firebolt. Go ahead and roll a.
Natural 20.
Okay, nice.
Crit fireball, hell yeah.
Damn.
Your spells don't crit though, right?
Yes, they do.
Those crit, yeah. They're attack roll.
If they're attack rolls, yeah.
Oh, nice. So 2d10.
Plus
Nice.
20.
1 second, guys.
Wow, you
Still haven't talked about the vision yet.
you're doing a minimum of 22 damage with your firebolt.
How do I get
Nice.
Because you crit. So we're doing brutal crits.
Oh, okay. We're the max.
So it does max 20 already. So go ahead and roll me just your 2.
Yeah, then a 6 to that. I did not roll well.
So 26.
Pretty fucking good.
Still pretty good for a cantrip.
Right.
You just kind of you see the swipe as it kind of shifts back. You adjust and you release this little bead of fire. It strikes the specter in the empty void that's staticking every once in a while. Nice shot.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna stay there and I'm gonna stare at my hands a little and be confused, just like, holy crap, that fireball was way better than normal. Yeah, see that? That was awesome.
No one really saw that, except for Pebble.
Calisaur.
Oh yeah, Calzar.
Like shit.
Are you standing?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 15 feet of movement. Are you moving anywhere?
No, I'll stay there because I was excited with the firebolt.
Okay.
I will have Pebble just because I'm tired of losing Pebble. Leave.
Just get out.
The rest of the group, you just see Pebble. Yeah, Pebble flies out and it's like.
That's not a good sign.
Marb's like,
Pebble will start
"Bacall?"
circling the outside.
Just safely. Okay. That's it.
All right, real quick, guys. I need to take a quick pause. Sorry, we should have probably taken a pause right before combat started.
Sure.
Think of what you're gonna do. Let's get a drink. Reconvene in about 5 minutes or so.
Yep.